Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the year 2017, when I was completing my graduation from Ramakrishna Mission Residential College Autonomous Narendrapur, which was affiliated to the University of Calcutta, I was told by my teachers and my seniors that I must appear for entrance tests at the master degree level. And I remember in the month of May in 2017, I had 8 exams in the span of 17 days, 4 semester exams and 4 entrance exams. And I had appeared for the entrance examinations of Jadavpur Presidency, BHU, Jamia Millia Islamia, University of Delhi, Jawaharlal Nehru University and Ambedkar University. I finally did not sit for the Ambedkar University entrance exam, nor did I ultimately end up applying to the University of Calcutta because I got admitted to Jadavpur University before these processes were completed. But I did sit for all the other exams, and except JNU, I cracked all of them, though my rank in DU was a little low, but I managed to do well in all of these examinations. So many students who are now pursuing their graduation have often asked me, what exactly should one do if one plans to do well in these entrance examinations? And since in this year, the entrance examinations are supposed to be back in West Bengal, the central universities and the universities of other states are conducting the entrance examinations nonetheless. Previous year also they had conducted it. This year also they are going to conduct it. Though there is the doubt whether all the central universities are going to come together under the Central University Common Entrance Test, CUCET. Though we don't have any solid information on that, but I will post another video if that happens, about how you can go about preparing for the CUCET. If universities like BHU, JNU, DU, if these universities come under CUCET, which they were not up until 2021, what you should do in this context, I will also let you know in an upcoming video. But let's assume for the moment that that is not going to happen and each university is going to conduct its separate entrance examinations, which was the rule up until this point. So what exactly should you do? Now, this being said, this kind of an advice is not directly related to the people who are just studying their graduation and want to pursue a degree in post-graduation. Those who are in their 12th and want to pursue a degree in graduation, they are also welcome to listen to this advice, because even at the graduation level there are entrance exams nowadays almost everywhere. So this video is all about that. Without wasting any more time, let us begin. First of all, the thing that I would like to say is that entrance examinations are generally 2 types, though the latter is almost an obsolete type now, which is objective and subjective. Almost all universities are conducting an objective type test now. Only Jadavpur University up until 2019 managed to conduct a subjective entrance test for both its bachelor's and master's degree entrance examinations. And the University of Hyderabad also has a partial subjective paper and a partial objective paper. And there might be 1 or 2 universities here and there about which I don't know who are still conducting subjective examinations. But most of the popular universities have now shifted to the objective or the MCQ method. So first of all, let's deal with the MCQ format, and in the later half of the video, I will also talk about the subjective matter. And by the way, if you want me to do dedicated videos to each of these universities, the universities to which I had applied in 2017 or the universities which people generally apply to, especially in the humanities and for students of English literature, don't forget to comment down below. And by the way, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon right next to it so that you can get an update from me whenever I upload a video right away. So that being said, when you are giving an objective examination, you have to remember that objective examinations depend a lot on your strategy, as much as they depend on how much you know or what you qualify as your merit or what they qualify as your merit. In addition to that, what you strategize or how you strategize and systemize your preparation, a lot of it will depend on that. A lot of what? A lot of your performance will depend on how much you have been able to strategize. So in this strategic process, I will use the example of English literature, which is my subject, to explain. But I think the process is more or less the same for every subject. If you generalize it a little bit and stretch the argument a little further, I think it will be applicable to your subject as well. If you are from a different subject and are listening to this video to this point, then I think you can also apply this to your subject. Therefore, the first step is to know your strengths and your weaknesses. For example, if you're a student of English literature and you think that the modern age is your strength, then for the time being, you should keep that aside. Why? Because you already have a strength in that age. First, find out what your weaknesses are. For example, if the Victorian age is your weakness, I'm using my example here. Victorian age is my weakness. So if Victorian age is your weakness, first of all, make sure that your weakness turns into a strength. Read everything that there is to read on that topic. First of all, I would suggest that for an entrance examination, especially if you're appearing for the postgraduate entrance examination, the NET books, the books which help you prepare for the second paper of UGC NET for English or for any subject, will be a very good starting point for you. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that even students who are appearing for the bachelor degree entrance examinations might refer to these books when they are preparing. I know this seems a little bit of a stretch and you might think that I am overstepping here, but the thing is that the competition nowadays is so fierce and the NET questions are not that difficult anyway. So you might as well start preparing. I'm not saying that you should prepare all of them, but if you just take a look, you will get an idea of what type of questions are asked. For example, the Presidency University entrance test, which was conducted by the WBJEE board up until 2019, does not typically follow the NET pattern. But if you can get a hold of the question paper, I have the 2017 question paper with me. I think if we look on the internet hard enough, or if you ask your juniors or seniors, depending on where you are, about the question papers, I think you can get them quite easily. They did hand out the hard copies of the question papers even 2 years back, 3 years back actually. Here, I have a very important tip to share. Generally in these master degree entrance examinations, the objective type questions have negative marking. So a question which people often ask me is that if there is a negative marking, should we attempt more questions than we know? Of course, you are going to attempt the questions to which you already know the answers. But what about the questions to which you don't? For example, if there are 100 questions and you know 70 of them and you don't know 30 of them, what to do with those 30 questions? Well, if you ask me, and this is my personal opinion, I think you should attempt all of them. If you learn how to guess, then you have a higher chance of getting them correct than of getting them wrong. I know this sounds a little askew and unbelievable, but if you practice hard enough, you will gain a gut feeling, something which I am a huge fan of, which will tell you which option could be correct, which option could not be correct, how to eliminate options, how to find out the correct option for a match the following when you know just one answer, how to know which text is written by whom, how to sort chronology based questions, how to know what theory corresponds to what theorists. All these types of questions will become clearer to you the more you practice. Now imagine this scenario. If you are attempting 70 questions and you get all 70 right, then you get 70 out of 100, no questions asked. But you just get 70 out of 100 and not even one more. And someone who has attempted those 30 questions, let's not even go into the detail of what your gut feeling says. Let's just go by probability. Out of 30 questions, by the law of probability, 1/4 of them will be correct. So they will get 7 questions right. And how many questions will remain? 23 questions will remain. If we assume that every question has 1 plus 1 for correct and minus 0.33 for incorrect, which is the general rubric, then we see that they are getting a 7 plus and a minus 7.66. Now, this is the worst case scenario in my opinion. They get a plus 7 for the 7 questions they got correct, and they get a minus 7.66 for the 23 questions they did not get correct. Even then, they are getting 69.33, just a little short of you. Now imagine if they got 8 questions correct, just one more question correct. Then they would have gotten a plus 8 and a minus 7.33. So their score would be 70.33, more than you. So if you are doing your guessing right, there is every chance that you will get more than what you were supposed to if you just attempt the questions to which you already know the answers. I have always been a follower of this in my life, and I have recommended this to others as well, and many people have found success following this procedure. Now, coming to the subjective part of the topic. When a subjective exam is kept in front of you, you get a lot of opportunities to write what you want, and I think humanities is all about expressing and not merely about memorizing. That is where it gets actually fun. In this context, I would like to mention that whenever you get a subjective question, always attempt the question with the minimal marks first. For example, if there is a short note of 5 marks, first attempt that. Or if there are a few short questions there with 2 marks each, attempt those first. Why am I saying? Because a subjective exam, since it's mostly an expression of what you think and what you can express, they are generally very time restrictive. For example, the Jadavpur entrance exam is 2 hours and has 100 marks. So if I use that example, there are 4 short notes of 5 marks each, or at least there were. You should start with them first, then go to the essay, and then go to the poem analysis. And remember, in this context, especially if you're a student of Calcutta or State University or any other university which has pushed you to write lengthy answers, the length of the answer really does not matter in these cases. What you write, how you write, and how you present, all of these things make a difference. I can go on and on about this, but then the video would become unnecessarily long. I don't want that. So thank you for watching my channel. If you have any questions, queries, doubts or comments, please don't forget to leave them down below. And yes, also don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Till then, hasta la vista.